What's up, invaders? We're the FAILSAFE here for the May edition of the Patreon Q&A that we do for our Patreon donators. They get to ask us questions. And just kick us off, we've got Doreen, who was late last month. And so she's got a few from last month that we didn't get to. And so let's see. The first question is, what's your favorite kind of grub? So just like favorite food in general.
Oh, not like what our favorite type of grub worm is.
I mean, we could answer that, but
I don't have an answer.
it's open to interpretation.
Okay, fair enough. Shit. I'll let you go first, Kyle.
My favorite food, it's like a tie between, I'd say, sushi and steak.
Okay.
Fair
I
enough.
think probably I'd go with like a really well-made burger. Like, everybody loves fast food, but I'm gonna go with like a really nice homemade, perfectly cooked, perfectly seasoned, perfectly garnished burger.
Oh yeah.
Buffalo wings are my comfort food. I love wings. Oh, I love wings.
We know, Chad.
Wings are my jam.
You have a special sauce.
Oh,
That you
God.
won't tell anyone the secret.
Nope. Actually, I should make another batch. I haven't done that in a hot minute.
Dude, I'm kind of with Chad on this one. I think wings, man. If I'm like stressed out and I'm just ready to eat my diet and not care, then yeah, I will get a shitload of wings.
Yeah, okay, but are you blue cheese or ranch? I always forget this.
Blue cheese.
Okay, so you're normal. That's fine.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys. I like ranch. Ranch master race.
Negative.
Master race.
Negative.
That's so low quality of you, Kyle.
I'm a
I used to respect you, Kyle. Well, now that's gone.
You've lost it all.
That's the
Just-
feeling, Kyle.
Well, I mean, that's kind of surprising that in like 6+ years of knowing me, that's the first thing you found to make you disrespect me.
No, I have a novel. I just, choose to.
Just gonna pull it out.
I go
Holy shit.
ranch on wings, but if I'm having like a spinach salad, I do like blue cheese on that.
But you're ranch with your wings also?
Yeah,
What the hell, man? I thought we were team rhythm section. Why you got to be fucking up like that?
I'm Team Kyle right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're gonna be wanting to be doing. Next thing you know, you're gonna want to be doing solos on your bass.
I
Oh
don't
God.
think any of us want that.
I just want to take it for a walk for a second.
Don't pull a Rory now.
Damn it, Rory.
We'll have to delete your part from the record after you quit the band.
Oh, I forgot we did that. We did do that. Oh,
I
yeah.
love you, Rory. But that bass solo at the beginning of that one song, I had to go.
All right, next question. Who's your favorite actor / actress, and what movie were they in?
I got one for you guys. Because this guy gives me hope. If music doesn't work out, I can start a movie career at the age of 37 and then get over. Clive Owen. And
Clive Owen.
yes, and he's in a couple of really good movies I liked. He was in a version of King Arthur, which was great. He was in this movie called Shoot 'Em Up, which is the best shoot 'em up movie there is, period. And he was also in, what else did I really like him in that was awesome? He should have been the Punisher, honestly, but instead they made Shoot 'Em Up, which is basically the Punisher. So it's all good. What movie did I just love it? Oh, Inside Man with Denzel Washington. Like, oh my gosh, he's so good. And he doesn't just threaten you like, oh, I'm gonna kick your ass or I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you. He drops some epic ass threats. Like he's like, I'm going to end you and I'm gonna bury you so far down, not even God will find you. Like he says some shit. And he should have been James Bond too, honestly. But yeah,
Damn.
that's my
He's not British though, is he? Is he British?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And he's always pissed. Always.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm not a big movie buff, so I don't really have like a favorite actor or actress. I mean, I have favorite movies, but like I don't know. I mean, if we had to go like, okay, the one that popped to mind just because she's super hot and her role is fantastic in this is, and I think I'm gonna get it. Is it Kate Beckinsale that was in Underworld? Is that who it is? Is that the actress?
Yeah, she was fucking smoking hot in that.
Whew, boy, howdy. So I'm gonna go with that. Kate Beckinsale in the Underworld. That's my jam.
Yeah, she's all right.
Shut up.
I suppose I'll go next. For me, it's it's got to be the one and only Jackie Chan. Like no particular movie, but like anytime I'm like bummed out and need some comic relief, I'll put on a fucking old shitty Jackie Chan movie. Preferably like the ones that were shot in Chinese and he overdubbed it with his own like broken English.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
Those are the best.
Did you ever see that meme I posted of Jackie Chan movies? He's like, "Hey, I don't want any trouble."
Yeah.
I think it's hard for me to go with one person. I think movies that get me are just like if they have a scene or an actor that's just like really, really believable, even for just a second of it. So like Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar, when he's like watching the videos and his daughter is now the same age as him, he did really, really well with that. I also really liked Eddie Redmayne playing Stephen Hawking in The Theory of Everything. That's like one of my favorite movies. So
No, I haven't seen, I saw that when I was scrolling through Netflix the other day. I'll have to watch that one.
yeah, it's super, super good. He has to. They shot it out of order, so he had to play like various stages of this degenerative disease at various times. So he's. I thought he did really, really well in that.
Those are all pretty good choices, honestly.
Yeah, I liked Interstellar too. That's an underrated Christopher Nolan movie, I think.
Oh man, you know what movie that just popped in my head that like my jaw dropped to the floor and I just sat there in silence for like 10 minutes after the movie. And I forget the name of the actor that's in it, but it was just such a good movie. Extremely powerful. American History X.
Oh, Ed Norton.
Yeah,
Norton.
Edward Norton.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, Ed Norton.
Such a good movie. Such a good
Forgot
actor,
about
such a
Ed
good
Norton.
movie. And the end of that movie, just like I don't want to spoil it if whoever hasn't seen it, but it's a very powerful movie. Very powerful
So,
movie.
would you say that Ed Norton in The Hulk gave you the same emotions?
Oh
No.
God, he was terrible. His head looked.
He was
like
better
so
than
small.
the Eric Bana Hulk, though. I thought
Yeah.
that one was.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that? The like Ang Lee one. Oh man, that one.
Yeah.
Not the Hulk. Not my Hulk.
Not my Hulk.
Hashtag not my Hulk.
Okay. Next question. Okay, let's another one from Doreen. This one is very weirdly worded, and I'm not exactly sure what she's asking, so I'll just read it verbatim here. Do you guys do side work like reading books, all caps, Jesse, or anyone else do that kind of thing? So apparently she thinks we're all like illiterate, like hobos here.
Let me tell you
Fucking.
something.
She's calling Jesse out for not
Yeah.
reading.
All right. I do read, and a lot of what I read is stuff like this. If you can see that.
What is that?
Oh,
Is that
that's your
poetry?
no,
This
that's
is-
his code. That's his Masonic stuff.
This is
Oh,
a
shit.
cipher. So this is all the secrets of Masonry in this book here that I've had forever.
That's the book that predicted
all in
9/11,
code.
right?
You just leaked that?
Hey, man, have at it. Go ahead. Decipher
Is
it. You can take our
Is
secret.
there like rituals to summon Satan in there and stuff like that?
We got everything here, man.
Yeah.
No, but you do a fair amount of reading. I know Jesse for sure does a fair amount of reading, just because he's always like, in this book, this guy talked about this. In this book, this guy talked about this. Because
Yeah.
you've always hit me with that kind of knowledge.
Yeah, there's I went through a huge stint going through just reading about relationship psychology, trying to like fix what was left of like my marriage when I was married for a very short period of time. And I learned a shit ton from there, and then just kind of followed that path for a while. And then, yeah, That's one of the subjects I like. Otherwise, just like I have this Tim Ferriss book too, which is really cool. It's just a whole bunch of stories from different like successful people and what they've done. Whether it could be, and it's all over the board, like strategies of battle or like workout or diet regimens that some people have that just make them successful in their own way. It's called The Tool of Titans. That book's pretty sweet.
Nice.
So yeah, Dorian, I actually do read.
Yeah, I used to be like a pretty big reader when I was in like high school and shit. Like I used to read a lot of fantasy stuff, and like I still read a little bit, like a lot more nonfiction these days, but I've been trying to get through the book Dune for a while. It's like a sci-fi classic. And then a couple years ago I read Moby Dick. That was the most painful fucking book I've ever read in my life.
Bro,
It's extremely slow.
I read Dracula, and it's
Yeah.
the same thing. They don't kill that bitch until the second to last page.
I used to be a big reader when I was younger, but now that I'm older, like if I have downtime, I'd rather be playing like guitar or writing a song. So like I don't really gravitate towards reading much anymore, just because I got other things that I would much rather. Not to say that reading's bad and that I probably won't get into it again, but like I don't know, I'd much rather write a song or work on a beat or do something like that if I have that kind of downtime.
I like doing audiobooks too. Like in the car, or like just like a long motorcycle trip, just like have them on your headphones and just drive, listen to a book.
Yeah, for sure.
For work, I've had to I used to work at this company where they, on top of doing their job, they're like, "Oh, we want you to read this book and give us a report on it." I'm like, "What? Okay, fine." So they gave us the book. I got the audible version of it, so I could. Basically, I listened to it at like twice the speed while reading it just to absorb it faster, it helped so much. So I was reading the book and going through it, but I was also hearing it at the same time, so I could just plow through the stupid book and comprehend it. So,
Yep.
The
audiobooks is a good idea. I should do that. Like.
It's a nice, multitasking. So if you are playing guitar, you can have that in the background,
It's not a bad idea. I should probably do that.
Is that the last question from Doreen?
On the way.
Yeah, for now. She actually had a couple more this month, but there's another one from somebody else.
I was going to say, Doreen, it was very nice to meet you in Spartanburg. I'm very impressed. You flew all the way to see us play, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks for the Bud Light.
Yeah, we like
champagne of beers.
Kyle nursed that fucking pack like half the tour.
Bud Light is not the champagne of beers. That's Miller.
Oh,
yeah.
Really? I thought it was Bud Light.
No.
Oh, well, whatever. So Shannon Watson asks, what's on your playlist that fans would find surprising?
Oh, I got this. Okay. So I used to be a big fan of the show Walking Dead. I just kind of lost interest in it over time. But there was a character on there named Beth in the earlier seasons, and I came to find out that she's a very talented singer-songwriter, very mellow stuff, and I've just fallen in love with her music. So that probably surprised a lot of people. One, A, that she's a very talented singer-songwriter, and B, that I would listen to something that's very kind of mellow and not.
Oh yeah, Chad's got lots of secret guilty pleasures that he likes to play on the long drive home.
I do. Whenever that's my favorite is when the band falls asleep. That's when I get to finally listen to my music.
How many times do we hear A-Team?
Dude, that's my car. That's my dude. Don't start with me.
Every time you start the damn truck, they say she's in the class A-Team.
I still don't think the A-Team would fuck with Ed Sheeran. Mr. T wouldn't give a shit about that dude. Just saying.
Pity the fool who listens to Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
I feel like we should give some background to that. So basically, while we were on tour, the way my truck works is that, like, for some reason, it doesn't remember the last thing that I played typically. And so it defaults to the first song on the playlist. And since A-Team, it starts with A, that's what it defaults to. So fucking every single day when we started my truck, actually a couple times a day, every time we'd start my truck, I'd replug my phone in. Ed Sheeran A-Team would come on, and the collective groans would just get more and more and more from the car. It was funny. Was not
And the
my fault.
excitement from Chad just grew every single time because he loves that song so much.
I do love that song, but no, even I was getting sick of it.
Yeah. So unexpected, and maybe this, I don't know if anything's really unexpected with my playlist, but I got a lot of Bone Thugs, a lot of Twista, a lot of 3-6 Mafia, a lot of Tupac. I was an inner city kid, so there was a lot of rap in my world, and I still listen to some on a regular basis to remind me of the good old days.
Bone Thugs is where it's at, man.
Yeah.
Back before all that shitty mumble rap.
Yeah, apparently
I don't know.
I just love so much, apparently.
Is there anything on my playlist that's surprising? I feel like all of my stuff is like very unbrand for me. I'm kind of the poppiest guy in this band.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
I haven't been surprised yet, Benno.
Yeah. Well, for me, I enjoy the occasional J-pop and K-pop song, I guess.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I did live in Japan for fucking
Look at him.
months. You know.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
We listened to some of that shit, and it wasn't that bad. I honestly have to say it wasn't that bad. I was like, oh,
Yeah, in like an ultra produced kind of way, it's like pretty good.
As long as it's not like that child metal or whatever you
Don't
listen
you
Baby
diss
metal?
baby metal.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
you
that's another
dare diss baby
one
metal.
that people might not expect from Chad. His love for baby metal.
I love baby metal. That's my
Yeah.
shit.
Because he loves babies.
Jesse's just a hater.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess this one. So back to Doreen again. This is kind of more for when we were on tour, but she asked, what do we do for entertainment while on the road? Are we tired of the shitmobile? Yeah, we got rid of the shitmobile pretty fucking quick.
Yeah.
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 What
that
did you
thing.
get as a replacement?
So Ben, check this out. We ditched that thing in a RV repair shop because I tried to pay to fix it, and they're like, it still doesn't work. So we can just keep taking parts, and hopefully that works until we figure it out. And it's just a guessing game at this point. So I'm like, fuck that. We're gonna take. So we couldn't rent a car because you can't rent cars and drop them off in a different state apparently. So we had to rent not one but 2 U-Haul trucks, one with the 2 people in the gear, and then one for 2 other people. And we took 2 U-Haul trucks through Kentucky, through Indiana, through Illinois, till we could finally get back to Chad's truck and get a trailer and do it the way nature intended.
Wow.
Yeah.
So in hindsight, there's nothing we miss about the shitmobile.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were tired of that thing like the day we fucking got it. So
yeah.
I was hopeful, man. It made it to South Carolina. I was hopeful.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. And I was like, okay.
Man, I know we were so on the fence about like, should we just fuck it, you know? And I had skin in the game because I just put $90 worth of gas in it.
Yeah,
And
they told me how
Yeah.
shitty it was. I'm like, oh, so you guys taking the truck, right? They're like, no, we're already underway. I'm like, shit.
Lesson learned. Lesson
Dude, so
learned.
what was the other part of that question?
Oh, what do we do for entertainment?
on the road.
Man.
Yeah. Well, I had to like navigate and make sure Chad didn't drive into a lake.
True.
So
There wasn't-
that was my entertainment.
I read the rules to my association, top to bottom, because I'm ready to just school this asshole neighbor of mine that I fucking hate. And I came back ready to school him, and he had a stroke. Not one, but 2 strokes since I left. And so now he's just gone for good, apparently.
Is it baseball rules? Is it like baseball rules where 3 strokes and he's out?
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like softball with 2 strokes and he's out.
Usually 1 stroke will do a pretty good fucking number on somebody. So
There honestly wasn't a ton of downtime though. I mean, we were driving. I mean, we all, we listened to music obviously, and then conversations happened, and we'd get to the venue, and there was some sitting around and waiting, and we would just kind of listen to music or bullshit with the other bands. But like, there wasn't like,
yeah.
I mean, surprisingly, there wasn't like a ton of downtime in terms of where we could have done stuff. Like, but
Yeah, it was literally just like wake up in the morning, get ready, like leave as late as possible, like right when checkout was,
Chad's like
then
11:59.
drive to the venue, and like maybe I'd get some like social media work done then, and then get to the venue. Probably, like basically like the time where we had downtime was maybe like the couple hours or so after we got to the venue while we're still waiting for the other bands to finish their sound check and shit. But yeah, once that was done, it was all like get in there, get our shit set up merch, and then the show started basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next question. Any pranks while on tour? Oh boy, yeah, we got a few of these.
Yeah.
I suppose we could start with the one we constantly played on Chad the whole time, which was just to change the word.
I became like a living meme on this tour.
So, oh man, Benno, you missed this. So, A Killer's Confession had this song called "Trapped Inside," where the fucking chorus starts with "Time is fucking with my mind," and then Jesse just like started saying "Chad is fucking with my mind." And we just fucking.
And we just add the lyrics after that.
It was just a tailspin.
How he drives. He's not even going the speed limit.
But I would have to rebuttal and be like, Jesse is a big fucking tool. He doesn't even go to school. Like it was like a whole fucking weekend of that shit.
And then like that was Chad's face when I was singing that song, just having none of it.
Yeah.
We also pranked the other band.
Yeah, so they pranked us first.
Actually, did us a favor.
There was no us. They pranked me.
No, they did us a favor. Oh, the dude grabbed me, but he basically started getting rid of all the drums and the cymbals, which is what I've been asking for since the band's inception. And so they took away most of his kit, and he sounded so solid. It was so solid with what he had.
I was so bored. I was so like, I don't know what to do.
Good, and everybody could see him.
Yeah, we'll get videos of all this stuff. We'll get an echo from somebody. Not sure.
God, what else was there?
Okay, but yeah, we'll. So when we went out and pranked The Killer's Confession, like we Chad's brother, who we met in San Antonio, he bought us a bunch of like shit from Party City, like colorful cowboy hats and like giant sunglasses and fucking shit like that, and lays and necklaces, and then we just like went out during their song and we're like dancing around and throwing all this shit on top of them, like they were wearing these necklaces for the rest of their set basically.
But did you see what happened at the end of that when you guys got off stage and I was still on stage?
Yeah. So
I'm trying to walk off stage in church. He's the guitar player. He like backs into me and starts back walking me. And then Waylon comes up behind me and like they make a sandwich out of me and I basically get molested.
Yeah, he was in a dry hump sandwich.
Like they got massive drama hub sandwich. Like Waylon's got his arms wrapped around me and he's like trying to bone me from behind. Church is like trying to grab my nipples and pull my pants down, and this proceeds to happen for a good 30 seconds before they gave up. But I felt, I kind of liked it. It was weird. I don't know. It was one of those things.
Yeah, we gotta once Heather gets that stuff uploaded, we'll post it on all our social media so everybody can see it. But it's been posted on like Facebook and shit.
Yeah.
But in terms of like constant pranking, like there wasn't really anything going on. There wasn't time really. To plan stuff out and do things. So.
Our manager Jeff. So this girl from a band, Mantra Morta, she texted him. She's like, "Hey, it's Jesse from Mantra Morta," and then she like went into the spiel asking about like load in and drive time. And then I texted him immediately after because he read that out loud to us. I was like, "Hey, this is Jesse from FAILSAFE. We're just wondering about this," while he was in the car. So it was just basically took that same exact message, sent it again, but like for me, it was fun.
You and Jeff picked on each other a lot. That was I'd say that was pretty entertaining when Jeff was riding along with us. The shenanigans between your two was pretty funny.
Yeah, I was having
Axl Rose. Yeah,
I was having none of it.
No, it was Sir Clam Chowder.
Yeah, Sir Clam, but he also called him Axl Rose.
Axl Rose, yeah.
All right. So, okay. So now we got 4 questions from Wanda, as always.
Well, Shannon, it was nice to meet you in Spartanburg, and of course, Wanda, it was awesome meeting you. And Larry, I appreciate his help with getting us running with the RV for that night. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
You were
And
saying?
Wanda's hubby, Larry. Great guy.
Good dude.
All right. So, first question from Wanda: what's the craziest thing that's happened on tour? Well, some of us already know one thing that happened, but I think everyone else needs to know the struggle. So, I guess we'll tell the whole RV story, I guess.
Well, I don't even think that's the craziest. There was
Oh, yeah.
the naked chicks in Indiana. There was a motorcycle crash right in front of me. There was the gun fight.
Well, there was,
Yeah,
there was the car crash too that happened right in front of
The
us. So
car crash. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so we can just talk about like the 4 times and almost 5th time that we called 911.
The snake.
Yeah, the snake.
yeah, Jesse saved a woman. There's a snake somehow trapped in a car, a woman's car that Jesse bravely removed.
I didn't bravely remove. It was either I did that or we wouldn't get our forks for Chinese food.
Oh well, you know.
Yeah, 'cause we ordered Chinese food twice, or like 3 times, and at least 2 of the times they didn't give us any silverware.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Jesse's like running down to the nearest place that sold silverware, and runs
Where
into
do you
that lady
even
with the
find
snake in
that?
her car.
Yeah.
that
So
better?
she had like a grabber thing. So I had a little trigger on it. It would like kind of like this.
Is it the claw?
You remember those things from the zoo with the little dinosaur at the end?
Yeah.
It was like that, except for without the dinosaur head. It was just a straight up claw. And so I'm under a car, like by a rear well, trying to get this snake out, and it's fucking pissed. And it was like, it would strike when I was too close. It was striking the thing, and then it would go hide over here, and I'd find it, and they'd do it again. And finally, we got the fucker out, and I had it, and I like kind of midway through its body and holding it with the thing, and it was just going like it wasn't near me, but it kept trying. It was pissed. And so then I just took the whole like grabber thing and the snake and I just threw it in this field. And then, yeah.
so the trailer was a debacle, but I definitely don't think that was the craziest thing we witnessed.
Oh.
The motorcycle accident was messed up because I saw that right in front of my eyes. Like this truck pulled out, and then I don't know if you didn't see the motorcycle or if the motorcycle misjudged, but it was just like point blank. Guy pulled out, motorcycle going 60, just tagged him. And I was just like, I didn't have my phone on me.
911.
Yeah, I was like,
I
somebody's
run out
calling the
there,
cops
like
now.
my hands on his chest. He's not breathing. I'm like, hey, this guy's not breathing. He might be dead. And then like while I was on the phone, and he starts snoring, like, and he started breathing. I'm like, oh, thank God. And his friend was hysterical. So I was with his friend. I had to talk to police. The dude that hit him was hysterical too.
Well, yeah.
And he got brought away, but I think he would just, they were just trying to calm him down or anything like that.
That for me might have been the craziest, just because like that's the first time I've seen an accident happen that close that I saw from its inception. That was like, holy fuck, like that was insane. So for me, I'd probably say that.
Yeah, I think that's probably the most wild thing.
Yeah, I guess I'll mention the gunfight.
Oh,
so we're sitting there in the parking lot in San Antonio of the venue where we're playing that night, and Chad's good buddy from high school who lived in the area.
Before high school, we've known each other since we were like 3.
Yeah, his childhood friend had went and bought us like some of the best fucking beef brisket in the world, and we're eating it there in the tailgating in the parking lot, just chowing down, having a good time. And then all of a sudden we hear like what sounds like fireworks going off kind of in the distance. And then we look over and then we can see like the fucking like dust coming off the ground from bullets hitting it. And we're like, holy shit, what's going on? And then all of a sudden these 3 kids come like darting out from around this house, and they dive into this van that's parked on the side of the street, and it just speeds out in reverse. And then we're like hiding behind the cars, hoping there's no more gunshots and shit. And then we're like, all right, let's get out of here. So we went and
No.
drove away for a while until the show started. We came back, and then there's like 3 or 4 cop cars, like right where it all happened. Yeah.
That was pretty crazy.
Yep. Anything crazy happened to you while you were not on tour, Benno?
I'm trying to think. I don't think so. I was pretty, day to day, go to work.
You didn't have any crazy Karens at the Apple store?
Well, okay, so I complain about this a lot, but it seemed to be like really, really bad this week for some reason. People come in and they're like trying to schedule. For those that don't know, I work at the Apple store. They're trying to schedule an appointment for the Genius Bar to like meet with a technician, get their phone fixed or whatever. It does not matter how many times or how many ways I ask them what the issue is. They say everything except what's wrong with the phone. So I still have no idea even what what the problem is. I cannot figure out. They'll give me a whole backstory. They'll say everything except like I can't receive emails. Like I just need those 4 words. That's it. And they say everything except that.
Yeah. Like, by the way, did you know I have erectile dysfunction? And
Like
Hey, man, my
literally.
phone's broken, so there you go.
Like I don't get it. Just like tell me what the problem is. I don't understand.
all right. Okay, next question. How would you describe your fans, and what is one message you would give us?
Generous, for sure. I mean, the ones that we have are fiercely loyal. They share our stuff. I mean, hell, they offered us a place to stay on tour, which we did. So just very kind and generous with the ones that we've encountered so far. I mean, at least for me, that's what stands out.
Yeah, I would say touching. Very, very touching, I guess, is the best way to put it. And my message would be thank you. Thank you for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like I just say amazing. Like it was so crazy how much help we got from our fans to help us get through the tour. You know, whether it was helping us fix our vehicle, get a place to stay, like driving us out to fucking buy shit when our vehicle was broke down,
Mm-hmm.
you know, flying in from other states like to see us play. Yeah, it's just yeah,
What about you, Benno?
it's amazing really.
Yeah, I mean that's always something that, whether this band or in previous bands, just people going like way out of their way to connect with us or like make a connection in a genuine way that's like more than just being a fan. It's really like wanting to meet with us as people and like, you know, be our friend, and that's always really really cool to see, of like people like wanting to know who I am and not just like come to see me play and then leave. You know what I mean?
Like, who is the Benno?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean there was fans even that came and didn't even make it in time for our set, and then they still, you know, wanted to chat and buy shit and you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always cool too.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. Have you ever played at a wedding or party?
Yes.
Not in this band, but yeah.
Yeah, not in this band, but I have.
Yeah.
His short answer, yes. Let's leave it there.
Yeah, me and Chad, we played at a backyard party a couple years ago with Four Chord Story.
Kyle
We also
and Chad
played
are
that weird
backyardigans.
backyardigans. We also played that weird hippie shop in Uptown.
Yeah.
Hippie
Which one is
shop?
that?
Yeah, and then Chad's rooftop, we played at his apartment.
Oh, yeah, but that
The
was
parties. Yeah. Never a wedding though. I've never done a wedding.
You've never done a wedding?
No.
I technically I have, but it was just like literally me playing like arpeggios from fucking like Stairway to Heaven and shit while my aunt and uncle got married.
So my friend who I am in another band with, we have done a fair amount of weddings over the years because I play cello and he plays violin, so we can just do like classical renditions of like any popular song. Like we did like a Ed Sheeran song once. We
Was it the A
arranged.
Team?
No, it was
Thank
not.
God.
We arranged the Etta Jones song where she's like "At Last," and I don't know. We've done that a fair amount of times. It's
Sweet.
decent money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been done cover stuff before, and I've did like a wedding singer gig. Just for I don't even know who the fuck it was, but it was someplace in Wisconsin, and it kind of had that like northwestern Wisconsin feel, where it was like in a bar. That's like where they got married, and everyone was wasted. So I did that. I also played. I brought this up on this interview I did last night with Kyle and I, but I played in India as part of an Indian wedding for my old drummer who got married, and he's from India, and his parents lived there, and they put on this huge event for him. And one of the days, I believe they were invoking the blessing of Shiva or some other deity. I forgot exactly what it is, but it's like a day where all these people do musical talents, or they do something like a dance or something like that. And he got behind his drum set. I grabbed a guitar and microphone, and we played some of our stuff. It was really cool. It was in the cricket stadium, and all these people are watching. All these people in these apartments are watching us. And yeah,
That's cool.
awesome.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, last question, and this is a big one. Which do each of you like better, Star Wars or Star Trek?
Oh, Star Wars.
Geez.
Star Wars. Anyone who says different is wrong.
I'm gonna say I personally like Star Wars, but I recognize the like really good writing that Star Trek has. They did over the years. They did a lot of writing for like inclusivity, and it has a very similar thing to Doctor Who in that like Doctor Who has this whole thing where he's always like aliens aren't inherently bad. Let's try to figure out and understand what they're
Well,
going
yeah.
through before and Star Trek does a lot of that. So.
Yeah, Captain Kirk was always trying to bang all the aliens, didn't matter what color they were. Yeah. For me, it's Star Wars. Wanda already knows this. Me and her have like a whole Star Wars thing. She bought me these lightsaber chopsticks, which I have yet to use, but I'll get to it.
I'm about to be the unpopular one here, but I
Don't you say it. Don't you
don't
say
like
it.
Star Wars or Star Trek. I'm
that's
sorry. I like the fantasy. I like medieval stuff, like Lord of the Rings. That's my jam. Clash of the Titans. If I had to pick, I'd probably say all the old Star Wars and all the old Star Treks seem way better than the new ones. But
yeah, I agree. Except for the Mandalorian. Mandalorian's good, but
I haven't seen that. But
the
I don't
Star
know.
Wars sequel movies are fucking dog shit.
After I saw Jar Jar Binks, I quit watching. That was like 20 years ago.
Dude, the new sequel Star Wars makes Jar Jar Binks look like fucking Yoda or something, you know? It's like,
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I
did watch some of the new ones, and I just really didn't get into it. I was just like, I don't know. Maybe I was just too forlorn from the Jar Jar Binks incident, but
I feel like the middle episode,
Episode 2?
1, 2, and 3. Those are like great if you just kind of want to laugh at Hayden Christensen for a while.
yeah.
And then like I liked episode 7. 8 and 9 I did not, but episode 7 I thought was okay.
Yeah, I mean, the only main thing with episode 7 is it's kind of just like redoing the original Star Wars, sort of. But yeah, I'd say it's actually no. I liked 9 the best out of all the sequel ones because it tried to undo all the bad shit that happened in the first 2.
They yeeted my guy Han Solo.
Yeah, that was the worst part. of that one.
No.
No, I gotta say, Rogue One is my favorite Star Wars movie, though. I think it's so unique and doesn't follow the same formula. I loved it.
That's a good one.
My dog was watching that one day. It was on, and the dog was just staring at the TV, like crying, and was watching intently.
Weird.
I don't know why, but that's what it did.
It wasn't. It was Allie, right? Definitely not the
Yeah.
black one. The black.
Yep.
God, that dog's a bitch.
What, the black? I have the black and the red one. They're both nice.
No, the black one is not nice.
She's a sweetheart. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Anyway, that's it. Any final words, gentlemen?
Yeah, I'll say it was great to see everybody. It was great to see everybody while we're playing shows on tour, and to meet everybody that supported our band for a while in person. Missed Benno, I guess. Like, holy shit. And it was great to spend so much time with the boys, and we'll be back at it sooner than later.
We have
video.
We got a new video dropping here soonish, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. I'm planning on making the official announcement like next Monday or Tuesday, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So once again, everybody, just thank you for everything. I don't think I can say it enough. Thank you for supporting us here. If this is pushed over to YouTube later, thank you for watching the video. Thank you for liking it. And even thank you for that one person who probably will dislike it. But
At least you watched the video.
it helps the algorithm.
Yeah.
So keep doing it. Like it, dislike it, I don't care.
All right, guys. Well, that's gonna do it for this month. So
Cool.
see you next time.
Yep. See ya.